So we've been playing Wuthering Waves for months now. It's time to ask the question. Let's get to the bottom of this. Or top, whatever, because I'm dying to find out what resonators really are. They play such an important role in the story. I mean, all the characters we play are called resonators, and yet there's still so little known about them. I mean, on some level, we all know what resonators are. They are people with elemental powers, and it's expressed through their forte. But there are a lot of things yet to be revealed. Why some people are resonators and some aren't. And we'll get into theory territory later. For now, let's talk about what we actually do know about resonators. Each resonator has a tacit mark somewhere on their body. And based on the Rebel's curve or the shape of their tacit mark and the conditions surrounding their awakening, each resonator is classified into one of three known types: congenital, mutant, and natural. And some of the information presented in the resonance evaluation reports regarding the reasoning for their classification can be kinda hard to pin down across all of the characters. The word unknown is used way too often, but I'll try to simplify and communicate what I think they're trying to say. First off, natural. The forte of natural resonators is either not triggered by any specific thing or event, it just happened at some point in their lives, like John Shin or Tao Chi, or the circumstances surrounding their origin remain unknown, like Kalcharo and Chun-Li. But nonetheless, whether it's 3 years ago or as a child, the symptoms of being a resonator weren't present at birth. It's just something that happened, nothing spurred it on. Next is congenital. The word congenital, of course, means diagnosed at birth. However, due to the wording of these evaluation reports, I can only conclude this means that the resonator's tacit marks were discovered at birth and their resonator designation was given to them at that time, but later the awakening of their abilities came in their childhood. And finally, mutant. Mutant resonators had some specific circumstance that resulted in them triggering the awakening of their forte abilities. And this could be from being exposed to strong remnant energy, being near extreme temperatures, mysterious metal liquids, a lost arm, or intense anger, just to name a few. But if you remember back when I just said that there were three main types of resonators, well, actually, I lied. Kinda. According to the information provided in CBTs that was later rewritten, there was apparently a fourth resonator type: artificial. This info no longer exists in game, but scouring the webs has brought me to learn that Kalcharo was originally supposed to be an artificial resonator. Of course, currently that isn't the case, but that doesn't mean this designation is completely gone. I mean, they could just bring it back at any given time. With that said, what exactly is Shorekeeper? I mean, we know what she is, but how would her resonator classification be described? She was created, so she's an artificial being. Anyway, another characteristic of resonators is overclocking. When a resonator overclocks, it gets real fast. This happens when they overextend their abilities and they exceed their limits, physically or psychologically. This causes them great distress and can result in their death and the death of those around them. While some resonators have no documented history of overclocking and don't seem to be at risk of overclocking at all, there are other resonators who overclock all the time, like Chun-Li when she was a kid, or Mortefi. And if you're curious, I did a whole video on Mortefi a while back. If you have some time and like lore videos, be sure to give it a look. Another important question is where resonators come from, as in why some people are resonators and some aren't. And that's a question that enters my mind whenever I play a video game where characters have powers. I always question why some have it and some don't. And so far that hasn't really been revealed to us exactly. In the Moonchase Festival, we come across some kids wishing and hoping to be resonators and to unlock their hidden forte. And this is just another example that shows how clueless the people of Huanglong actually are as to exactly why some people have it and how they get it. The Lament is still a mystery, and linking resonators to this phenomena We likely won't know more about them until we know more about the depths of what the Lament actually is. And based on what we learned from Black Shores, I have some theories on what the Lament might actually be, but we'll stick to Resonators in this video. This is just a warning that we're approaching theory territory now. Before we get into the theories though, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. For some reason my lore videos don't seem to reach as many people, so to be sure to show me and the algorithm that you actually are into these types of videos, be sure that you hit that like button. Now on to the theories. First, the Lament corruption theory. Despite all these potential differences between Resonators, the terms of their awakening, the shape of their tacit marks, their propensity to overclock, there are a few things that some Resonators have in common. What does Yang Yang, Mortefi, Jian, and Jinshi all have in common? What I'm talking about is the deformations and transformations their bodies seem to be going through. From growing scales to developing feathers in their hair, icy skin, or generating horns. While not all, many of the characters have noticeable external abnormalities. The Lament is a source of their abilities. Sure, the Lament gave them their forte, but it may be corrupting them too. It's obvious they're evolving. Into what though? That's the question. Are they doomed to become tacit discords, or are they something more? Is this transformation how Threnodians are born? Another theory is the ancient deity theory. This theory basically asks the question, who is the mysterious deity that we see at the start of the game? She seemed to awaken something within the rover before sending him into the world. While the story starts with us waking up to Yang Yang and Chisha, it isn't clear if the scene shown before with the deity is just before he woke up or much earlier. And based on what we know about Rover and his feats of the past, I'd say it's more likely that this happened much further back. Either way, the nameless deity is the one who gives Rover his tacit mark, a symbol of his Resonator status and the abilities associated. By this revelation, at the beginning of the game, can we conclude that every Resonator's tacit mark and abilities are bestowed by her? Or is this entity of light the harbinger of something a bit more sinister? I don't have the answers to these questions. Of course, all will be revealed in time, but how long? No one but Kuro knows this. Anyways, that is all I have for you today. I just wanted to share some ideas and thoughts with you, because every time I interact with NPCs, I always wonder, like, why don't these guys have these abilities? This pivotal piece of information just hasn't been revealed to us. It's not like there's a school of magic that some people enroll in, or it's not like these characters are doing something or have some ability that other people just have, they just need to meditate on. There's no reason that's actually given to us as to why. Anyways, that is all I have for you. I hope we get some answers to these questions soon. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you in the waves. Peace.